Hi, welcome to Alure.
Thank you.
My name is Marilou, and I'm a modular consultant for Alure, also designing kitchens and baths in the space. What I'd like to talk to you about today is a little bit about system build. Tell me a little bit about the project that you're considering.
Well, we have a one-story ranch, and we're interested in putting a second floor on, and
Okay.
also do some wall construction on the first floor, kind of open floor plan.
Oh,
on the
nice.
first floor, and
Nice.
also the second floor as well.
This type of construction is truly the biggest hassle. It's worse than doing a kitchen, worse than doing a bath. So there's a lot to be considered here, and building it off-site and then doing the customization on-site is something that will make your life a lot easier. So modular is off-site build, and then we come on and we specialize whatever construction and customization on-site. Off-site construction is actually better in quality. If you were to compare the quality to stick build, it far surpasses it, and you couldn't build that way on-site, so it actually is lower in cost, and it's a heck of a lot more convenient than building and having somebody hammering on top of you for months on end. It's truly the same type of construction. It's still wood framing, wood sheathing, fiberglass insulation, and sheetrock interiors, but it's built remotely in a factory. You don't have any weather delays. There's no wood hanging out on the front lawn and getting rained on and vermin crawling through it. The house is pushed along in a factory, much like a car is built. You can imagine that if you built a car in your front driveway, it wouldn't be the same quality that it would be built in a factory. It has to be built in sections so that it can be transported. So each section can't be larger than 15 9x70. And then if we need a larger room, they meet in the middle and the wall gets opened. It's a temporary wall if we want larger rooms. So there's really very little limitations in this. Truly actually have a lot more freedom in modular construction than you do in the stick build as far as where you can place bathrooms and things like that. It has to be built strong enough so it can withstand the journey. It's built with 30% more lumber, so it's 30% heavier because it's going to be, traveling down the expressway, and and they need to have clear access to the site. So if there's any trees or things like that, that would be a concern if we have to, maybe move the crane here or there to get around it. If you can dream it, we can absolutely build it. Whether it's wild and crazy roof lines or something very simple and, just to gain the maximum amount of space, really from one end of the spectrum to the other. It's built better in quality because it is built indoors. It's built on permanent jigs, and with the use of levels and plumb and square. It's perfectly plumb and square and level. It's no stick-built house is ever, but this truly is. Every laborer is specialized in their task, so as it moves from one section of the factory line, that next specialist comes in and does his thing, so it's truly built amazing. It has to meet the minimum of the standards of 3 states, so it's a little bit different than just meeting your local building codes. So it will be built a little bit higher standards. As you can see here, it's as opposed to on-site 2x4 construction, it's 2x6 construction. You've got heavier insulation in there, so you're using R19 and R38 in the ceilings and floors as opposed to R11 and R19. The ceiling and floor joists are 2x10s as opposed to standard 2x6 or 2x8 ceiling and floor joists. The labor costs are lower because the conditions are much safer, so the insurance costs are lower. They buy in volume. There is guaranteed pricing, so when we come to final numbers, those are your final numbers. This is great. There is no need to move out. It's done in a fraction of the time, and you're open to the elements for an extremely short period of time. This particular house, the house was delivered on a Thursday, so we started on Monday ripping the roof. Then they're building a knee wall, so you have no roof anymore. Now we're building this knee wall. The knee wall serves for a number of different purposes, but mainly to really make your house perfectly plumb and level so that it can accept the modular. So at about 7:30 that morning, they were craning the back half on. The roof is already in place, so we're lifting the roof. Those portions get lifted up. They're on one-way stainless steel hinges. A knee wall gets built to hold that roof in place. Second half gets craned on, and of course in this instance the chimney is going to have to be built up. Here they're bolting all the pieces together as opposed to just screwing it together as you would in stick build. So all the pieces are bolted together. The hinges, the soffits and the ridge of the roof is flipped over, and then the ridge cap is put on. And then there'll be strapping using hurricane straps to strap the first and second floors together, 16 inches on center. That's still the same day. You're airtight, you're watertight, you're close to the elements by the end of the day. So over the next couple of weeks, they were framing the portico, doing the siding, and then in 3 to 4 weeks, they went from that to that. Isn't that amazing? I really look forward to coming out to the house.
Oh,
and thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. I'm just kidding.
Good, excellent.
That's all right.